Let's start with the PRF.
All right. Well, PRF, that's actually the newer thing. It's pretty awesome. Everyone knows PRP. They know the Kim Kardashian vampire facial. That's what we use. We draw your blood, we spin that out, and we take your plasma and we place it onto your face, calling it that's why it's called the vampire facial. We're using your blood. It's really good with regenerative properties. It has stem cells in it. And the big difference between PRF and PRP is that we have now understood that we don't need to take everything out of your blood and just use the plasma. We want to keep some of the fibrin in there to create building blocks to help that elastin and collagen build up in your skin. Okay. So, and we need elastin and collagen in our skin.
Yeah, we do. That's why everybody's putting it in their water,
right? Water, yes,
yeah.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I don't like stuff that I have to drink, though.
But that's the only way, right?
It's so much easier.
I bought stuff. I sent it back. I'm like, this is not for me.
But the creams with collagen, they don't work, and the pills don't work, right?
Well, they work to an extent. You know, people are trying to drink it because they're like, oh, if I put it in my body, then my body's going to use it. Well, all of a lot of our organs have elastin and collagen in them too, so they're going to take it. You're not going to see it really on your face. So doing things like this kind of helps keep it onto your face, because your body only takes things in when you digest it, about like 40% of it for what you absorb from what it states on the labels. Yeah. So when people are like, oh, I'm just going to like overdose on some collagen, it's like, well, good luck. You're going to probably shit it out.
I'm feeling like, so I look at my daughter, she's about a year old, and I look at her and all this collagen, and I feel like Sleeping Beauty or whatever, and I just
Hannibal Lecter.
So like with my daughter, yes, I'm like, now I understand where, you know, Sleeping Beauty and like all these Disney movies with these villains, the Snow White,
Botox wasn't
yes, they're like,
yet.
let me siphon it from you. Let's siphon it from you.
Especially because I feel like, well, my first kid, I still looked, I was like, oh, I was young. I was like, it's good. With her, I feel like she sucked the beauty out of me.
Well, I think girls do that.
Girls do that.
Because I only have a girl. And when I had her, I was just like, I feel ugly now.
Ugly, like the skin.
You're beautiful, but I'm ugly now. What happened?
It took everything out
You're
of
like,
me.
mirror, mirror on the wall.
Now I understand the whole evil stepmother kind of thing. Like I said, I don't think it was the evil stepmom. I think it was the mom that was like, hold on.
Well, but going back to the PRF. So this is interesting because when I was talking to you about it, you actually do it in
office.
Yes,
people's blood is done. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously I'm a nurse, so I understand how to handle blood and blood products and things like that. And it's actually pretty easy. And it's funny because in the hospital, nurses don't really draw blood that much. It's typically like a phlebotomist doing it. But, you know, we access the vein just as you would if you were going to give blood.
And just out of the
arm.
And
it's just a little tube that we put it in. We drop it into a little centrifuge and spin it out and pop it right back out. And all you have to do, the way to separate our blood is literally through centrifuging it. It's by that spinning it out. The red blood cells will attach to each other and the plasma will separate, because the plasma is like full of like water pretty much, but that's what holds all of our like extracellular matrix stuff that's good for us in our body.
So the plasma is the stuff that you take and put back into the skin?
What do you do with the blood?
Just toss it. You don't need it at that point. And it's very little, so it's not like enough to where you're going to pass out if I took all this blood. Right. It's a tiny amount.
I'm like, can you put it back?
Well, and then I'm sure people have questions about how sanitary any of that stuff is.
Absolutely.
Right?
I have gloves on when I'm doing this.
I mean,
it's an aseptic. Yes. You're going to have the area cleaned with either alcohol or some sort of other antiseptic that's in that area. We use Purison as well. I could talk about Purison on its own. It's hypochloric acid. It's actually salt water, and when you ionize it. And so it's a really good antimicrobial agent. Either that or there's Hebaclans. There's all sorts of stuff. But you have the area cleaned up, just like if you were getting your blood drawn. Put tourniquet on, clean it up, pop the little needle in, have the blood drawn out, and like I said, a tube, and then you're good to go. And just a little Band-Aid just goes on over it.
Who even figured something like that out? Like, hey, let's just put blood on our face.
It's just, it's honestly demand.
Well, that's a good question, because like,
figure it out?
is it just to make money or does it really work?
It really does work. You will find tons of studies that are on it. And it's not just one person, I should say, that was like the center of it. This has been like researched and studied for years. And we're starting to see everyone wants to look younger. Everyone wants to have that youthful appearance. And so we're starting to see that things that we've done in other areas of medicine can be applied to beauty. So they are actually using PRP to regenerate joints and everything. So orthopedics were using it. They would place it. They would do the same thing. They're drawing out your blood, and then they just inject it into the joint area of your in a joint, your elbow, your wrist. People that are having carpal tunnel, especially nowadays, we're always on our computers and stuff. So,
the point of it being, I was thinking vampire facial meant like you were sticking the blood on my face, but you're drawing the blood.
I know. I feel like the Kim Kardashian one was very overdone. You don't get that bloody. Yeah, you don't get that bloody at all. You don't walk out of here like, oh my gosh, like I have blood all over my face.
Because you're not like doing anything. Are you doing anything to the skin before the blood goes, the plasma goes on?
No, you're just numbing it, and the plasma just acts pretty much like as a slip agent on the skin for the microneedling to
and then you microneedle.
And you microneedle it in. That's the vampire. Yes, that's why it's a vampire facial. So, and I know that was misleading because like Kim K just has like blood all over her face.
Right. Like
that got microneedled in. So there's like a microneedling device that goes with that, and it creates little micro channels, creating little micro injuries in the skin. And all of this is just to regenerate the skin. So it's not just like you're, rubbing it on your skin. It's not going to work that way.
Right.
That way you're going to be like, this stuff didn't work. I don't even know why I did that. That was disgusting.